get to work on the Project Saab some more. This is episode 4 of the Project Saab now. And we're joined by a nice riced out WRX right here that sounds like absolute dog shit. In the last episode, if you missed that, we basically pulled the old ECU out. That was kind of the big thing that we did. And in the time since then, we have gotten the ECUs that I got from the junkyard. We've gotten that cloned, so it's married to the car now. We just have to go install it. And hopefully that should get rid of the check engine light and get rid of all the codes that we were having. The battery was completely dead. I think I mentioned that in the last video, like the car wouldn't even unlock with the key fob. We're planning on doing a couple other little things with it as well. We're gonna pull the tail lights off, and I think there's a couple other little things I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but you'll see in the video. We're also going to be stopping at a junkyard on the way up right in Prescott Valley, because 1, we've never been there before, and 2, there are 293s there. But who knows, I guess we'll see if today's the day where the Project Saab starts up and is not trouble-free, but at least, you know, getting to a point where it can be drivable again. So with that being said, let's head up north. I'm gonna enjoy this view of State Farm Stadium as I drive by it. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Brake fluid cap, power steering cap, set those aside. Coolant cap, possibly. The ECU is gone. We're gonna grab this T connector for the cooling lines, and there's one other 9.3 here, but this one's pretty beat up. It's a linear, because it has the unpainted side skirts. The seats are torn up. Interior's pretty trashed. There you go. Looked up and down the import section, but we can't find the other one. But look at the view. You don't get that from a Phoenix junkyard. Later. Time to put the new ECU on. It's actually not windy right now. Hurry, if you have anything you want to say it.
I'm excited. Yes, hopefully it starts.
So you just got to take the 3 bolts off, get the engine cover off, and then we should just be able to strap the new ECU in. So ready to put the new ECU on. Hopefully this fixes the car junkyard ECU. Yep, just slide it in there. And then hold on real quick. We got to make sure the ground... Yeah, I got to make sure the ground is on top of the ECU. And most importantly, of course, that it gets threaded in. Time to connect it. Might wanna... There you go. First one on. Nice, all good. And if you're wondering why we got this and you don't remember from the last video, all of that corrosion on there is why. I don't think it's corrosion, it's either corrosion or just disgusting old coolant, one of the two. Either way, I'm pretty confident that's where it's leaking from, because there's a bunch of shit down there on the alternator. Another junkyard part, because the old one is pretty much destroyed, like mine was. It's cracked, just has like a little hat. Or it looks like a hat as opposed to, I don't know, just a cap. I don't know why it's like that. If anyone knows why it's like that, tell me. So because the car is so dead, it's sitting in like a foot of grass. We don't want to start it because God knows what's going on under the car right now. So there's a safety that you can press down here. Press that. You can slide it in the neutral.
It doesn't need to have the e-brake on.
Yeah. And then we're just going to push it back because we're on a slight hill, and then we should be good. That's a lot of grass.
It's not recording.
Yes, it is now. Oh wow, that was bright when I showed it on you. And because she's a midget, my knees are against the dashboard. So it's sitting like an inch divot. You can see exactly where it was standing. Right there. Good shit. I think it's time to try and start it though.
Are we betting on it starts? Do you think it's going to start?
I think it's going to start. I have this self-jump starter I got sent to me just a long time ago. I always keep it in the car just in case, and it's coming in perfectly handy, like when you're removing seats from a junkyard or trying to jump start a car without another car.
I was already jumping.
We weren't recording, but I had this connected for about 5 seconds and the alarm went off. Scared the absolute shit out of her. So now we're going.
I'm really nervous because this car's already given me a headache. And
it's okay.
you disconnected the alarm?
No, I pulled the red cable off so it would.
Fuck! Stop doing that! I can't help it. I hate it! Why does it keep doing that?
So after like 3 times of trying this, it's starting to. You can hear it beeping now. It says it's ready. So maybe I'll try it again, but after the 3rd time I was able to use the key fob to lock and unlock it, so I think it might be charged enough. It's at least charged enough to try and lock and unlock the car. So I'm gonna try it one more time with this first. Still not letting me turn the key at all. Yeah, we're just gonna try jump starting it with the Corolla. That'll be the easier way to do it.
All right, here goes nothing. Headlights are on.
And while we're waiting, suspense builds. We're gonna remove the tail lights because these are plasti dipped. And I'm sorry, but they need work. So we have a plan for what we're gonna do to these, kind of do a certain mod to them that some people do. So that'll be coming in a video at some point soon. But we're gonna remove the old taillights so we can take them back to Phoenix with us. Pop this old one off one-handed. There we go. There's one of them. Yeah, it almost looks like it has normal taillights because it's already red. Okay, I think it's time to try and start it again. Old taillights are in the Corolla. It's too far gone. The speedometer's freaking out. We're just gonna stop. I think we just need to get the battery checked out or charged, or just a new one, period.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It's been 4 days. It's now Wednesday instead of Saturday, I think it was, that we came up. AAA's just leaving. He had it on the charger for about 5 minutes and it did start back up. So it's running. Haven't driven it all yet, but no codes, no check engine light at least. Seems to be idling, running 100% smooth. And we also put the new tail lights on, so we're gonna get that here. She's pretty excited for that, obviously. So I'll show that in the next episode, and we're also doing a separate video where we made those. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. See y'all next time. As I'm watching this video and editing it, I'm realizing how sporadic it is, so I just want to take a second to explain what just happened in the last like 3 or 4 minutes. So basically, car wouldn't start, and we tried to get it to start first before calling AAA, because of course calling AAA you only get a certain amount of calls. So we ended up calling AAA figuring they'd bring us a new battery, and as you saw in that last clip, if you're paying attention, the car was running with the old battery still. So basically the car died twice after that and it wouldn't start back up. The old battery was just so far gone. I mean, this guy tried everything to try and get it to run. So we ended up finally getting a new battery from them. It was under warranty, so it was free, thankfully. Same thing happened again though twice. The car would basically run for 5-10 minutes and then it would just shut off. So I pulled out the Tech 2, read the codes. I'll put some pictures on the screen here of what came up. And basically the car had like 30 codes on it, and before I think it had 15 or 16. So the new ECU clearly is bad. There was a specific code on there, P0601, which apparently means that the ECU is bad. So we know that the ECU is bad, which is nice, I guess. But my buddy has one that he has already programmed for us that we will, of course, buy from him. So I'm actually headed up to Glendale right now. The car did get towed down from Prescott to Glendale, so it's much closer now. But I'm headed up there right now with the new ECU, that should hopefully finally get this car running. But that's why that was all so sporadic, because AAA showed up. He was kind of doing his thing, you know, I wasn't filming. But now, hopefully, I can show the car actually running with the new battery, with the new ECU, and not dying, and then that will wrap up this episode. And then the next episode, we'll take the car for a drive and see how it's been after 6 months of sitting. But with that being said, let's head up to Glendale. Start it up. Car's in Glendale now.
I need gas.
Yes, we need gas, of course. Refill fuel now.
Yeah, it's ready.
So the car has started. It is running. That's going to wrap up this episode. We're going to go take it and get some gas now, see how it drives. That'll be the next video. But car is running with the second ECU on a new attempt. That being said, give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see if the car is running. See y'all next time.